All right. Applied ML weekly team meeting for today, which is great. So just Alexander and I so far, but that's fine. It'll make it a short discussion. Alexander, how are you?
Fine. I'm happy that we finished the first milestone. Let's check the results.
Yeah. So I put the summary in the meeting notes for the meeting. It's worth reading through these. So milestone 1 is done. Yay. In addition to the architectural plan being vetted and published in the handbook, we migrated Unreview from Azure to GCP. We've run it on a GitLab project, actually Gitly in particular, and received feedback on it from the development team. We've started work on milestone 2. Other progress is Mihao moved back to the Thread Insights team, was a better match for his interests, which is great for Mihao and great for us. We are working on a backfill rec. Not having a second engineer on the team with Alexander and one that already knows the GitLab code base will make it challenging, but of course not impossible to meet our goals around timeframes for milestone 2. But we're going to do our best while we continue to work to hire and get that rec listed both internally and externally. And as we work to dog food on review at GitLab, we were always predicting that we'd hit up against the challenge that reviewer roulette is not part of the GitLab product and uses data and workflows that are unique to GitLab and not used, and in some cases not even desirable for customers. Things like custom statuses of users and time zone of the user and information from team.yaml, which is not something that's not part of the product, that's part of the GitLab engineering workflow. So we will address in the short term via making Unreview recommend reviewers, but not assign them. So it doesn't affect and conflict with current reviewer roulette. In the future, we may actually want to integrate portions of reviewer roulette-like features, or roulette-like features, not reviewer roulette itself, into the product itself so that our customers can benefit from the combined features. So that's my quick summary. What are your thoughts on that, Alexander?
I think you've mentioned almost everything. I would like to add that maybe we need to be more transparent for the internal team members, not to make a surprise when we want to integrate something related to Unreview. Maybe we need to collaborate with them more. And in that case, maybe we'll get some feedback before we propose something. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's good thoughts. We did get a lot of good feedback. But they seem to be worried and surprised, like worried that we were going to go faster than they were ready for us to, and we weren't planning to do that. But so be it. But also, they were surprised, and I think we could have helped. People are always going to be surprised. We're always so busy as an organization, but we could have done better on the surprise side. So it's point well taken. We should definitely do that in milestone 2.
Yeah, I agree, but the best thing that we don't affect the current workflow, because we just add Unreview as an experimental feature, and we just put the recommended team members into the comments without assigning them directly to the merge request. So that's why it's up to the author of the merge request, or, for example, maintainers who will review a merge request. We just want to make this recommendation, and then we will collect the assignments automatically, just to collect feedback and estimate metrics and to improve the model.
Makes sense. And so Alexander, can you add in that point? Can you add a link to what we've been doing and what where we're looking for feedback to Engineering Week in Review doc?
What do you mean? The last merge request?
Yeah, and just saying, hey, we've tried it with Gitly. We've gotten some feedback already. We'd love more. So if you can add that to Engineering Week in Review, that'll get the information out more to more engineers. And last item we have on the agenda is, Alexander, you mentioned you're taking time off next week. And we have a team of 2 with you out next week and Mon out till the end of September. So we're going to be on pause primarily next week. I'm going to keep things moving on the recruiting process in Mon's absence, but we'll start planning out milestone 2 in more detail when you return week after next, Alexander.
Yeah, I think so. I started to plan it, like, I'm trying to find what should we do first at the second milestone. So I will document everything and we can discuss later.
Yeah, sounds good. We'd want to be, I need to look it over again myself, determine here were the goals, here are the things that we've learned, that we were expecting. Here are the things we learned we weren't expecting. And then look at all the different things that we didn't do also in milestone 1 that we pushed into milestone 2, and get lots of feedback and direction from Taylor, of course. And then the Kai and the others are going to be working with to figure out what's next. So Taylor, you want to verbalize number 3?
Yeah, so I wanted to check in. It looks like y'all discovered this, or y'all discussed this already, but is there anything that we need to do before tomorrow's check-in meeting?
I think we're good. I did an update in the issue. I nudged everyone to read it in advance. We'll see who actually does. Some will have the time to do that, some won't. But yeah, I think we're in good shape.
Okay, I figured tomorrow we also should show the demo of Unreview. I think that would be insightful to folks, and we might get some good feedback.
That's a great point.
Yeah, we can present the user interface that we had before and those that issue that I used as a test one, because the merge request that I proposed still is not merged. Because
yeah, I think you show the example
of
the recommendation from Giddily, like you're mentioning. And I think also, even though we may not use it, or definitely won't use it as is, but we may not use it as the UI, the Unreview UI. I think that's neat to see as well.
Okay. Yeah, I said right.
Cool. So tomorrow in that meeting, I'll go over the summary, and then we'll be great to do the demo. In fact, actually, Alexander, I think then we can just do a demo live.
Awesome. The only other thing I've got is that I am officially throwing my hat into the ring for the Model Ops PM role. So I applied last night. I have gotten good feedback from folks already. So we all may have a PM sooner than later.
Awesome. If that all works out, definitely love to have you be officially part of the team. Awesome. With that, anything else we want to discuss today? Thanks, everybody.
I would just say, if you see Mon online, tell her to enjoy her time off. She's already come online a few times.
That's a good point. And we'll keep an eye on that next week with Alexander as well. So Alexander, we don't expect to see you online next week. Take your time off and get recharged, enjoy your time off. Absolutely.
Okay.